Hey guys, welcome back to SCG Collects. I'm Annie. Welcome back, guys. So today is, I think, like October 3rd, October 4th. Not sure. Time's not real. Can't keep track of that stuff. Whatever. Either way, it is the first week of October, and that can only mean one thing. That it's time to take a look back at September and any figures and stuff that came in during that month. Now, I will say September was a pretty light month for figures or otherwise. I had a few things pre-ordered. Some of them got delayed. Some of them, I think, because they were ordered through, non-Japan-based websites, are just taking longer to come in. So not a whole lot actually arrived. Some of the things I already did separate unboxing videos for that have either already been uploaded or will be uploaded. So for today's actual haul video, I actually have a couple of items, but you know what? That's okay. Sometimes a smaller video, lighter video is just what you need. So, so September had, I would say, one figure, one statue, or statue type thing, which you'll see what I mean when we get there. But why don't we just go ahead and jump right into it? All right. So only figure I have for you guys this month is the Avian Romance Dream Tech Swan Girl 1/6 scale figure. I believe this is by Wave. So I think her second run, because they've actually made or had two runs of this figure because of the popularity. So the second run, I think, originally came out in August. I didn't end up getting her until September. And I think part of that is because I ordered her from Big Bad Toy Store, which, if you're familiar with them, they are an American-based figure and toy company. So usually they're a little bit behind the Japan stores and everything. But kind of the upside to them is they do have, if you live within the U.S., or contiguous U.S., I guess, $4 flat rate shipping. So while the prices of the items may be a little bit higher, you do end up saving money on the shipping, and then I think it kind of all works out compared to maybe what you would pay, let's say, through AmiAmi, but then having to pay the shipping prices for overseas shipping. So not sponsored by Big Bad Toy Store or anything, just a pretty nice store to find things, especially if you live in the U.S. That flat rate shipping is awesome. So there you go. Anyways, so yeah, she did not end up getting here until September. And I think, talking about price and everything, I ended up paying $229.99 for her. Yeah, I mean, I think she was totally worth it. So this is a figure that I was really on the fence about. I don't know why. I had seen pictures of it. I was like, oh, that's pretty, but, okay. And then I saw someone, I think, doing an unboxing video, or, had gotten this figure, in August, or whenever it actually released. And, I was like, man, I actually really want that. And thankfully, Big Bad Toy Store still had them up for pre-sale, because like I said, they're kind of usually behind on things, so I lucked out. So but yeah, I don't know what my hesitation was with her, and now that I have her, I am so happy I went through with it. I did dance, including ballet, up until I was in 6th grade, so I didn't go very far. I actually quit in what would have been the year that they transitioned the kids, at least the program classes I went to, where the kids transitioned from the flat kid ballet shoe into like these kind of, you know, point shoes. So I never, you know, really danced ballet, but you know, now that I've gotten older and I've got like my wisdom and I'm not so worried about what people think of me, like part of me is like, damn, I kind of wish I'd continued with that, but whatever. So that's all to say, I guess I kind of have actually a soft spot for ballet, ballerinas, all that stuff. So I guess that's part of the reason I'm happy now that I have the Swan Girl here. And I mean, her just overall design and quality and paint and everything is just absolutely phenomenal. One thing that really stands out to me is her sculpt. So, you know, obviously her sculpt is very dynamic. She's kind of in mid pirouette, I suppose you would say, probably spinning rather fast the way her hair is flying out. But what really gets me is the fact that, especially like in the back and shoulders and all of that, there's some really nice like muscle definition. And I think that, I mean, that may be something people realize about like ballet dancers, but they're actually pretty muscular. You know, they're not like bulky muscular, they're lean muscular, but they definitely have muscles. And so I love seeing that attention on the back, with the sculpt and everything, making sure she has those muscles back there. And then of course her legs as well look very nice too. But even beyond the sculpt, like I said, the paint job and the details are just like chef's kiss. They use this gorgeous like translucent plastic for her actual tutu and like arm sleeves, which I think is such a nice contrast and, you know, nice way of doing that, since tutus are usually some kind of different flouncy material compared to the body of the leotard. I also do like the leotard in general. You know, the design of it being strapless and like deep V and like very open in the back. I think that was actually a criticism I saw somewhere online about this figure, is that the leotard design is like too unrealistic for what a ballerina would be able to wear and dance in. Like strapless is just absurd, or at least like this strapless. And like I do agree with that, but also like this isn't a real ballerina, and I'm not necessarily looking for 100% realism in my figures. So I like the design choice, and I like to imagine, you know, someone being able to wear a leotard like that. Where I think the details really stand out, though, in one place is the shoes themselves. So the company has done an incredible job sculpting the shoe, like the ribbons that go around the ankle, you know, those are sculpted, they're not just painted on, but they're very nicely painted as well. But the part that I am like obsessed with, weird as this sounds, is actually the bottom of the shoe. Just the fact that they have gone in here and they have sculpted the little stitch lines like you would actually see on the bottom of one of these shoes, where the brown sole is. And then they've sculpted the wrinkles from the way that the shoe, the fabric of the shoe is pulled in and like sewn under the sole. Like, that is just phenomenal. That's incredible detail. And then just like the painting of some of these details as well. So like the crown piece up here, very nicely painted, very well done, the flowers. And then the ribbon she has around her neck is very clean as well, even though those are very tiny stripes on that ribbon. Very, very good. The hair, you know, nice, kind of a gradient, or you know, more translucent plastic, I think, used at the end, so kind of give a nice differentiation between what's all kind of like bundled at the top and what's, you know, flying away. And then she's got her fingernails painted in nice color and all of that. So, and the base too, I really love, at least the fur part of it. I also saw, I think, a comment online about like, who the heck would dance ballet on a carpet? Like, why would you make a furry base? But I think it's a really neat design choice. And the peg on the base is a really long metal one, which hopefully means that, you know, this leg that is her total support will be relatively stable, and these figures won't have leaning problems for a long time. The one thing I don't like about the base is kind of this like tacky gold brass color they chose for like the outside. I'm pretty sure my grandparents had like really old lamps that were made out of that material, and that's what this makes me think of, is their big chunky tacky lamps. But you know, what can you do? I'm not looking at the base, I'm looking at the figure. So yeah, I'm so happy that I picked her up. I know that there's been a few other avian romance ballerina girls. I think those 2 or 3 are just girls, you know, kind of sitting on stools and things as if they're getting ready to dance. There was really only one of them that kind of, you know, piqued my interest. And now I can't even think of which one it was. So I don't even know if I'll pick her up. But I think during like Spring Wonder Festival, maybe, there was an announcement that there was going to be another avian romance ballerina girl made. I don't remember if it was Wave again or not. But they shared the artwork that they wanted to base her off of. And it's a ballerina in a much darker costume. Like, I think it's a dark purple. And she's more like kneeling or like down on the stage versus the way this one is. She's up and dancing. And so if they do go through with that figure and it actually comes to fruition and they keep that dark color scheme and, you know, all these what ifs, I think that would end up being a gorgeous figure to go along with this one. So that's actually what I'm keeping my eye on, for sure. Yeah, overall, as you can see, just gorgeous figure. I'm so happy I picked her up. If you've been thinking about it, I would definitely say go for it. And also, you know, check out the other avian romance ballerina girls. You know, if like ballet girls are your thing, because you know, they got some nice looking figures, especially her. So give her a look and maybe pick her up, and yeah. Very nice. Alright, so second and final item from the month of September. So this is the one that I mentioned is maybe a figure, maybe more of a statue. I don't know exactly how I would qualify this. But it is has a very long name, so bear with me. This is the Marvel Comics D Stage DS107SP Throg 2022 San Diego Comic-Con PX Previews exclusive. So I think basically what that means is this is a figure or statue, Marvel Comics branded, some kind of San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. There you go. So yes, so if you have seen some of my earlier videos or, you know, kind of been watching since the beginning, you might remember that I made a video about the fact that I had pre-ordered this statue, and it is here. And I am so happy. So as I kind of talked about in that video about this, if I had a favorite Marvel character, it would probably be Thor, because of his, you know, links to Norse mythology and everything. And specifically, I'm more interested in like Lady Thor, and also like the comic book version. Like, I know I think the most recent Thor movie that came out was with Lady Thor, but I don't have the patience for movies, so like Lady Thor, and that's actually how I found out about Throg being a canon Marvel character, is in one of the Lady Thor comics I was reading. he kind of played a part in it. So, and then I went down this rabbit hole of realizing, oh my god, this is a canon thing, and he's introduced in like the 80s, and absolute absurdity. And that's also how I found this statue, because I was like, oh my god, do they make merchandise of this guy? And just so happened, like I said, for this year's San Diego Comic-Con, they had this coming out where he is fighting Crocodile Loki, or Alligator Loki. I'm not sure which one he is. Crocodile or Alligator. Anyways, so I paid $39.99, so $40 for this. Also from Big Bad Toy Store. This and Swan Girl shipped together from them. And I thought it was going to be bigger. I don't know why, given the price. I thought it would be bigger, but, I really don't have any complaints about the size. And I think it is very well done for the size. So, like this, log tree branch, that's kind of the background for the statue here. It's actually very nicely done, well painted. They've done some like texturing, make it look all mossy. The waters are really cool, like clear plastic, give it a cool effect. And then the splash where Loki's splashing down has nice, kind of white gradient out to the tips. The paint job on Throg himself is actually really nice. Even though he is, pretty small, they did a really nice job with all those tiny details. And the only real kind of spot where I see maybe it's not so nice is a little bit of paint overage or spillage on his little foot boot thing. So really nicely done. Really, really happy that I picked this up. Because of its size, I'm actually able to tuck it right in front here of my Lady Thor Kotobukiya figure. And so that's a really funny juxtaposition to see her and then have like this right in front of her. And I love seeing it in the detail. It's so cute and humorous to me. So yeah, it is a little bit different than most of the rest of what I've collected, especially because it's, comic book based and more of a statue type thing. But I'm really happy I picked this up. I hope that they make more Throg merchandise, just because it's just so funny to me that there's a Frog Thor canon to the Marvel Universe. And I actually think, I don't know where I saw this, because I look through so many different like figure and statue and toy and hobby websites that I lose track of where I see what. But I swear within the last week I saw one that was selling like a life-size like resin statue thing of, I think, Frog Thor from the Loki TV show. I have not watched that show, but apparently there's like a 2-second like clip where Throg is like in the background of the scene, like trapped in like a glass jar or something hanging from the ceiling. I don't know the real specifics, but like somebody has made that a apparently life-size resin something statue. So very, very hilarious. But again, I forget where I saw it. And I know that those types of statues are usually unlicensed, and so, that makes me a little bit nervous about buying them. And it makes me feel a little bit bad too, even though Marvel maybe has $1 bajillion. I don't know. So yeah, I'm super happy I picked this up. If you're a Marvel fan, if you maybe like Loki, especially the TV show, Thor, all those kinds of things, I definitely recommend looking into picking this up for yourself. I don't know if it's still available in Big Bad Toy Store. I didn't look before making this video. And I also don't know how like these kind of San Diego Comic-Con exclusive things work and how easy it is to find them afterwards, or what the aftermarket would be like. But if you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend it. It's just a really fun piece. Not too big, fits easily in the collection, and it's just nice to look at. So there you go. Alright guys, well that actually does it for my September haul. I wasn't joking when I said wasn't much to it, just 2 things. Again, you know, I had stuff that I unboxed throughout the month that I made videos for, that I'm going to be posting videos for. But it, all in all, was a very light month. But don't worry, because the next few months, I don't even want to think about how much stuff I have coming. So we're gonna not think about it, and we're just gonna be happy that there will be a lot of content for YouTube. That's how we'll look at it, you know, positive thinking. As always, guys, though, thanks so much for watching. You know, definitely leave a comment. You know, let me know if you have this figure, this statue, if you've thought about picking them up, if now you want to pick them up, you know, all that kind of stuff. But also, you know, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.